This weekend, we had the sad news that the Dutch junior Formula One driver Delano van Toff was tragically killed at the Spa-Francorchamps Grand Prix support race in Belgium. And the crash happened at the Eau Rouge Raidillon turns. And the real sad thing is, this is not the first time it's happened. 4 years ago, Antoine Hubert died in another support race at that track. Similar corner as well, in tragic circumstances. I mean, they're all tragic. And F1 drivers have sometimes commented that in the rain, it's not the most safe circuit. Now, as an F1 fan, I adore the Belgian Grand Prix. It's such a brilliant Grand Prix. It is the longest lap in the F1 calendar. It's exciting. It feels old school. There's forests around that give over the impressions of the old fashioned. But sometimes you have to wonder whether the danger is too much. You see, one of the other tracks I like, just in general, is the Nürburgring. Nicknamed the Green Hell, it is very much like Spa, one of the most challenging circuit. Well, it is the most challenging circuit in the world, and was once an F1 race. Now, we adore the Nürburgring as motor racing fans, but at some point, someone had to make the difficult decision to go, I know we like the Nürburgring, but should we have racing at the Nürburgring? And it got considered as a lower grade circuit to the point where F1 could not be there, saving lives. Do we have to make a similar decision with Spa? Now, I don't know the extent of this. Maybe the F1 circus can still be at Spa. Because the deaths that have happened have been in the support races and not the F1 races themselves. Maybe it's something about the cars. Maybe it's something in terms of the maturity of the driver, the experience of the driver that's needed to ensure that we don't have incidents that causes damage, risk to life. Don't know. But we have had support races with deaths there, and it's heartbreaking. The most heartbreaking is that we are saying goodbye to the next Formula One drivers. Delano Van Toff could have been the next Max Verstappen. Antoine Hubert could have been the next Esteban Ocon, Pierre Gasly. It's one of the things about support races is that they're part of the F1 families. They're part of that. Delano himself, I think, was part of the McLaren group. It happened. It happens. It's dangerous. I get it. But at some point, you have to question. And some point, you have to wonder whether we need to reconsider its safety. It might be safe for Formula One. It might be physically safe for the downforce of the cars. But is the challenge to the point where it's an extreme challenge for a Formula One driver and a dangerous challenge for a support driver? Like I say, I adore Spa. I do. on the F1 game, it's the one I will turn to first because of how fun and challenging it is. And in terms of the race itself, I don't care how boring it is. That's the one I would look. I want to go to the most because of how incredible that track is, and it's special. The last thing I'd want, though, is for my opinions and my thoughts of Spa to be tarnished by the blood of others, basically. And maybe this is an extreme view, but it's an option that has to be considered. It's an option that has to be looked into in the FIA. I would very much appreciate anyone's opinions on this, whether you agree with me, whether you disagree with me, whether you think it is more of a talent issue or a naivety issue. Pop comments in the in the thing below. And if you would like to have more content and raising questions similar to that, feel free to subscribe. Feel free to follow. Feel free to make comments. And whilst it's not been the most joyous of videos, we will definitely do more joyous and debatable videos later on. Please like and